Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video what we're going to be doing is attempting to rebuild this door T-tent, some call it the door strap, for my 85 Mercedes 300D. So a little backstory on how this broke. I actually drove back to Auburn to go to my graduation, did graduation. My friends and I were going out to dinner. My friend hopped in the passenger side. He opened the door all the way, and then the door wouldn't shut. So it got stuck in its fullest extended position. Then we couldn't get it to go back in. So I actually had to borrow some tools from an old neighbor to then just take it out. And then I took the car down to the beach, and it's been like that for a week or so. So to get a new one of these, it's around $30. I feel like I can rebuild it. So what's going to happen is I'm first going to have to get this out of the fully extended position. So I don't know how well it can be seen, but there's basically notch, and then this all can slide. So each of these right here is actually where, like, when you pull the door out, it catches. So it slides into the door, and then there's two bolts here and one back here. So this is the furthest extended out, the middle, and then this just has no catch at all. So what I'll start with is putting this in the vise, and then I'll go through and I might have stepped out of view there, sorry. Go through and try and gently tap it with the hammer to see if I can knock it back down, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I have it in the vise now. We're going to go ahead and start with hitting it with a smaller hammer. Still doesn't seem like it. Still pretty stuck, so let's step it up to one size larger. Okay. That didn't move at all, and I don't want to hit it too hard because there's actually these right here, and if you flare it out, it probably won't bolt back in. So it does look like I can see the ends of like the little detent balls in there, so I wonder if I can actually get some sort of punch and hit them in. But I really don't know for sure. I might try and put it in like this and then hit it harder, because I think I'll be less likely to damage it. So I'll just well, I guess it popped out, but now I need to search through and see about finding everything that just exploded out of there. Okay, so here's what all came out. So this is the arm that actually like goes in here and slides, okay? This spring actually sits compressed in the center right there with these detent balls on each side. So then these detent balls can get into these little cups here and here on the slider. Now I did just go through and there's this little tab right here. I did just bend that down because that keeps it from sliding out the bottom. The reason this one just popped out is because I actually torqued it to the side. When I put it back, I'll need to bend this back up so it can't slide out. So now I will probably set y'all up with some sort of time lapse because I need to get all of this back together and back in here, and I don't entirely know how I'm going to do it because this spring is so strong. I can't even begin to squeeze it with my fingers. I've never done this before. So I'll set y'all up and I'll get to putting this all back together. Well, I got it back in here. So I did end up leaving this larger spring out. It really was just so strong. I couldn't really get it in there. And I was also thinking, since it got stuck, you know, pressed in there, yes, it won't be as strong with that, but it might keep it from getting stuck again in the future. So now it just has the smaller spring in, and I did slide it, and I mean, it's still so strong I can't just pull it out like this. I'll need to, you can't forget, this needs to be bent back up. I haven't yet, I will. But so how I actually got it in was, come over to, whoops, the vise here. I stuck this in there like with the ball and the spring, and then I just kind of held it right up here and then just tapped it in this way until it slid in. It was really hard, took a lot of tries. I shot those balls and springs all across the shop many times, and actually I think you can even see over on that poster, maybe there's a line of grease on it from the ball. But that's what I did. I guess I will get back to y'all when it's time to install this back in the car. Okay, everybody. So here is what we just went through and rebuilt. So there's an opening in the door right here. And you got to open the door kind of all the way. And then, sorry, actually, it goes in here. I did that backwards. It goes right up in here by the window motor. Slide it on up. So I don't know if you can see, but that just got lined up there. You'll have one bolt that has like a washer built into it. That's the one that threads in right there. They're all 10 mils, okay? Then there will be two of these nuts that go out here. Now these were kind of a pain to get off. This is the first time I'm putting it back in, so I would imagine they're likely a pain to get back in. Sorry, I Okay, now we will slide this on back. So you can see there is this right here. So this strap needs to go into there, and then we'll take this pin, slide it down in there, and then we'll put this locking pin in. I'll go ahead and do that, then we'll see if the door works. Okay, everybody, so I've got the thing back in. The pin is in, and it looks like, yeah, it does clunk a lot. Even though it is greased and the spring is out, it clunks. But it does keep it from going too far. Hopefully it will wear in some. So if you end up in this situation where it does get stuck, you can take it apart and you can put it back together and it won't be stuck anymore, but it seems to be clicking and it really could potentially get stuck again. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna leave it like this primarily because it does keep the door from extending too far, but I can now, and like it does catch it in its locations, and I can't shut the door. So I know this wasn't super helpful because it really wasn't a full-on fix. Really, so there was these rubber parts on it, basically like grease seals. They were so dry that they're actually what's catching the ball. So what I would suggest doing is seeing, I did not look to see if there's a rebuild kit. There probably, actually I didn't see one in all my research for just new ones. So if that's the case with you, you're probably better off to just buy a new one. They're about $25. But hopefully this will help you if this happens to you and you want to try giving it a shot to just rebuild it. So thank y'all for watching, and please like and subscribe.